Welcome back, everybody, to For the Sake of the Parlay. Today is May 2nd, 2026. And what we're going to do today, we're going to review yesterday's parlay of the day with our alternate line suggestions and give you today's parlay of the day with the alternate line suggestions. All right, so let's get right into it. But before we get into today's video, let me tell you why you should subscribe right now. We are PPCs here, all right? And PPCs are professional parlay creators. And what we do, we create parlays, and we do this full time. We are giving you diverse parlays consisting of all types of bets, including player props, totals, and spreads across all major sports. Next, this is a collaborative channel consisting of two people. We are lucky to have two PPCs on the channel, in the architect and the voice. Obviously, I'm the voice, but the architect is really the one doing a lot of the planning, designing, and managing throughout the parlay making process. Without the architect, there would be no channel or none of these parlays. Lastly, and most importantly, we are giving you free daily content with picks and receipts. This is our 26th day in a row of posting parlays with reviews. We are showing you our actual betting slips and the results. We're going to keep posting and showing you the results because we don't get tired like Kevin Gates, and we ain't never scared like Bone Crusher. We ain't new to this, we true to this, y'all. Alright. And y'all know y'all doing the same damn thing as us every day, so just do me a favor and smash that like and subscribe button and do it for the sake of the parlay. Now let's start off with a review of yesterday's parlay of the day from May 1st, 2026. And I just want to emphasize why these reviews are important. I want to make sure that we do these reviews so they're helpful the next time you make a bet. You're going to catch some information that's going to be very useful. And what you can do is watch the previous videos for good information, and they are going to help you make a better decision next time you bet. So yesterday we wound up going 6 out of 8 picks in our parlay of the day, and we are really close. We are literally one baseball hit away and 2 threes away from $1,300. Here's the raw octopus, the 8-leg parlay from yesterday that the architect and I built. Alright, so here's the results from yesterday. First of all, we were right about the face of the channel, Bane recording 20 plus points and rebounds. Then we were wrong about Rafael Devers not recording a hit. He did record a hit. Then we were right about the Yankees winning on the minus 1.5 run line. Then we were right about the over 8.5 in the Toronto Blue Jays versus Minnesota Twins game. Then we were right about the Canadians winning on the plus 1.5 puck line. Then we were right about the under 5.5 in the Buffalo Sabres and Boston Bruins game. And then lastly, we were wrong about Austin Reeves recording 2 plus threes, but we were right about Marcus Smart recording 15 plus points, rebounds, and assists. The first bet we were right about was Bane, the face of our channel, recording 20 plus points and rebounds. And Bane had a very good game. He actually cleared this right on the dot. He wound up getting 17 points and 3 rebounds. And the Pistons wound up beating the Magic 93-79. So now the series is tied, and Bane's going to have another opportunity to come through for us in Game 7. This was the foundation of our parlay yesterday, and there's no surprise here. Bane's the face of the channel for a reason, and he came through for us, even though it was in a losing parlay. Next, this one really hurt, y'all. We took Rafael Devers to not record a hit against McClanahan yesterday. And as you can see here, Rafael Devers got a hit in the top of the 5th inning. He had a long at bat. He took 9 pitches and got a weak single to right field. And yeah, this one hurt because I thought it was a bad matchup. Him being a lefty going up against a lefty, and he got a lucky hit. As you can see here, the Giants only got 6 hits for the total game, and they wound up losing 0-3 to the Tampa Bay Rays. And yeah, I just thought this was a bad matchup for Devers, but he showed that he's actually really good because McClanahan's really good, and McClanahan himself only gave up 5 hits and Devers got 1 of them. So we were wrong about that one, and yeah, literally 1 hit changed our whole parlay. The next bet we were right about was taking the Yankees on the run line. The Yankees wound up winning 7-2 against the Baltimore Orioles. And the biggest difference here was the starting pitching, okay? As you can see here on the left, Povich, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 7 hits, 5 earned runs, with only 4 strikeouts. And it's not terrible, but it is pretty bad compared to Warren, who pitched 6.1 innings, only gave up 3 hits, only 1 earned run, and had 9 strikeouts. So I knew this because Povich he just came back from the minor leagues. And yeah, you say Povich like Maury Povich, and he is not the pitcher the Orioles need or want, because he lost the game, and the hitting comparison was vast too. The Orioles only got 3 hits in the total game, and the Yankees got 11. So a combination of the Yankees getting more hits and having better starting pitching led to them winning 7-2, and I was right about this one. Next, we were right about the over 8.5 runs in the Toronto Blue Jays versus Minnesota Twins game, and the Blue Jays wound up winning 7-3. So that covered our bet. And the surprise of the day was Patrick Corbin actually had a really good game. He pitched 5.1 innings, only giving up 6 hits and 2 earned runs with 4 strikeouts. And Spencer Woods Richardson pitched 4.2 innings with 9 hits and 4 earned runs and 2 strikeouts. So he had a worse game than Patrick Corbin. And as you can see here, it came down to the pitching because both teams wound up having the same amount of hits pretty much. The Blue Jays had 11 hits and Twins had 10. But yeah, the pitching was the difference. You can see here that the Blue Jays pitching staff only gave up 3 earned runs total, while the Twins pitching staff gave up 5, and that was the difference of this game. But regardless, our bet hit for the over. Next, we were right about the Montreal Canadiens winning on the puck line of plus 1.5, and the Canadiens wound up losing in overtime to the Lightning 1-0, and that's pretty self-explanatory. Game was 0-0 going into overtime. They played extremely tough, and the difference was just the goalies. The goalies both had 2 outstanding games. Dobes of the Canadiens, he saved 32 out of 33 shots for a 97% save percentage, which is really good, only giving up 1 goal. While Vasilevsky of the Tampa Bay Lightning, he didn't give up any goals, and that was the difference of the game. There was only 1 goal scored the whole game. It was a tough game, and now they're going into Game 7, and we'll be taking the Canadiens on the money line in Game 7 on this channel. Next, we were right about the under 5.5 in the Buffalo Sabres versus Boston Bruins game. The Sabres wound up winning 4-1, so our bet covered. And the difference in this game, just like the Canadiens game, was the goaltending. Lyon of the Sabres only gave up 1 goal and saved 25 out of 26 shots. And then Jeremy Swayman of the Bruins, he only saved 22 out of 25 shots. And that was the difference of the game. And the Sabres wound up winning the series 4-2, so that was a very important game. And I do like the Sabres. We do like the Sabres here at this channel, and we will be betting them in their next series, especially the overs. It should be an exciting game, whoever they play. Next, we were wrong about Austin Reeves recording 2+ threes, but we were right about Marcus Smart recording 15+ points, rebounds, and assists. And Austin Reeves, he had a pretty decent game, having this being his second game coming back from injury. He scored 15 points, but he went 0 for 4 from 3. All right, and that's exactly why our bet didn't hit. He took 4, but he didn't make any. All right, and yeah, that was really close because, like I said earlier, we were 2 threes away from Austin Reeves, and Devers getting that lucky ass hit from our first channel win. But next, we were right on about Marcus Smart. He covered exactly for us. He had a good game, played 35 minutes, scoring 7 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 assist. So he hit it right on the head. And yeah, he covered for us. He went green for us. And the Lakers wound up winning 98-78, and they beat the Houston Rockets, and they're advancing in the playoffs. So we'll definitely be looking for more player props from the Lakers, not just LeBron, but a lot of these other role players going forward. Next, let's talk about our alternate line suggestions from yesterday, May 1st, 2026. First, we recommended taking Montreal on the 2.5 plus puck line. And as I stated earlier, this game went into overtime. It was only 1 goal scored in the whole game. So our plus 1.5 bet won. And so that means that definitely the plus 2.5 bet would have been an even safer bet. But we didn't need it as only 1 goal was scored in the game. And this game went into overtime. Next, we were wrong about Austin Reeves recording at least 1 3. He took 4 attempts and missed all of them. And last game, he took 8 attempts and made 2 of them. So we were really counting on him to at least score 2. So he didn't record any at all. But the Lakers still won, but our bet lost. So this was not a good recommendation. Very surprised he did not make at least 1. And lastly, the Toronto Blue Jays and Minnesota Twins game, that went over 8.5, so it definitely went over 7.5, but 7.5 would have been more safer bet just in case they didn't score any late runs. But like I said, this was a good bet, especially since our original bet on the parlay of the day hit at 8.5 runs. Alright, here's what you've been waiting for. Here's today's parlay of the day for May 2nd, 2026. And just to remind y'all, we're giving y'all that octopus. That octopus is that raw parlay ticket. And then we're going to turn it into some calamari so we can eat good. And we were really close yesterday. So here's the parlay of the day. As you can see here, we're going to turn $17 into about $1,500. And the first bet we're going to take is the over 8 runs in the Texas Rangers and Detroit Tigers game. Then we're going to take the over 7.5 runs in the Kansas City Royals versus Seattle Mariners game. Then we're going to take the under 7.5 in the Chicago White Sox versus San Diego Padres. Then we're going to take the Los Angeles Angels to win on the run line against the Mets. Then we're going to take the under 5.5 goals in the Philadelphia Flyers versus Carolina Hurricanes hockey game. Then we're going to take a 3-pick same game parlay. We're going to take Paul George to get 3 or more assists. Tyrese Maxey to get over 2.5 3-pointers, and then Neemias Keita to record 7+ rebounds. For the first bet on this parlay of the day, we're going to take the Detroit Tigers and Texas Rangers game to go over 8 runs. And I like this because the weather's supposed to be favorable and kind of warm in Detroit today, so that favors hitter weather. Also, both starting pitchers have a tendency to get blown up, so they could give up a lot of big hits, as in home runs and extra base hits. And also, one of the pitchers' names for the Texas Rangers, his name is Rocker, all right? And that's not the type of name I want to hear from a pitcher if I'm betting under. It seems like he might get rocked, and that's what we're hoping for in our parlay. And lastly, Comerica Park, where the Tigers play, is a very hitter-friendly park, so I'm expecting a lot of runs here, and I'm expecting this bet to go green for us on our parlay. Next, we're going to take the over 7.5 in the Kansas City Royals versus Seattle Mariners game, and I like this because the Mariners have a really strong offense, and that should help against Lugo today. Also, the Royals have a very bad bullpen, so even if the game is close and low scoring earlier, the Royals are going to give us some hits late in the inning. Remember this for our view for tomorrow. And also, Lugo is very inconsistent. Lugo's the starting pitcher for the Royals. Last game he gave up a whole bunch of runs, but the game before that, against the Orioles, he almost threw damn near a no-hitter. So he's very unpredictable, and all these factors combined wound up this being a very good bet for the over 7.5. All right, next bet we're taking the Los Angeles Angels on the money line at plus 1.5, and they're playing the Mets. And just take a look at this right here. This was front page on ESPN.com on the MLB section. It says, worst team money could buy, the lowest moments of the Mets season. So the Mets spent a lot of their money on their roster, and they're not doing well. The reason why we like this bet is if two teams are bad, I'll take the one that's a little bad and take them with an extra run and a half, and that should be a good bet. Also, the Angels are playing at home. They do really well at home. And lastly, both pitchers are good, but Detmers of the Angels is slightly better. So I like the Angels to at least keep this game close or win outright. Next, we're taking the under 5.5 in this Philadelphia Flyers versus Carolina Hurricanes game. And we really like this bet because this game is going to feature two elite goalies in Anderson of Carolina and Vladar of Philadelphia. So that alone is going to keep the game low scoring. And also, Carolina was one of the best defensive teams in 5-on-5 play in this season. Okay, so they have a defensive mindset, defensive gameplay that's going to help keep the game low. And also, neither team relies on power plays, which means that, hey, they play good, solid hockey. Not a lot of penalties, and not a lot of penalties means no power play opportunities, because those are the chances where it's 5-on-4. So these teams are two pretty good teams. It should be a very tight series, and we expect this game to be low scoring. Lastly, we're taking a 3-pick same-game parlay. We're going to take Paul George to record 3+ assists, Tyrese Maxey to record over 2.5 threes, and then Neemias Keita to record 7+ rebounds. Next, we're going to take Paul George to record 3+ assists. And before he got injured last season, he averaged about 4.3 assists per game in 2024, the 2025 season. Also, he looks to pass when he's not scoring. Okay, Paul George is a good all-around player, and also he's been averaging about 40 minutes a game. So a combination of all these factors, and this being the 7th game of the series, I expect Paul George to definitely clear this for us for our parlay. Next, we're taking Tyrese Maxey to record at least 2.5 threes, so he has to get at least 3 threes for our bet to win. And we like this because he's the primary scorer for Philadelphia. All right, also, he averages a lot of attempts, around 9 attempts a game and 3-pointers. So he's going to have plenty of opportunity to cover this bet for us, especially just like Paul George. He's a starter. He's going to be averaging about 40 minutes, and that's what he's been averaging in this series. And also, lastly, he came through for us before. I do like this pick. Tyrese Maxey is the future. He's the now. He's going to cover for it. And lastly, we're going to take Neemias Keita to record 7+ rebounds. And we like this bet because he's grabbed 7+ rebounds in 6 of the last 9 meetings against Philadelphia. All right. And also, he's averaged 10 rebounds in his last 4 games of the series. So 7 rebounds is kind of low. And lastly, he's very efficient when he gets on the court. He's just like Mitchell Robinson. He's going to get in the game, get a lot of those hustle stats like rebounds and blocks, but he's most definitely going to get at least 7 rebounds to cover for our parlay. All right, now let's look at the alternate line suggestions for today, May 2nd, 2026. And first, we're going to recommend Paul George recording at least 2 assists, so over 1.5 assists. That's good. Paul George is going to be playing a lot. He averages about 4 a game when he's healthy. He should easily get 2 assists, and we took 3 assists in our parlay of the day, but 2 assists is a better pick. Also, recommended taking the under 6.5 in the Philadelphia Flyers versus Carolina Hurricanes game. We took the under 5.5 in the posted line for this bet, but giving yourself an extra goal in this game that we expect to be low scoring could be the difference in making your parlay. So we're recommending taking the 6.5 rather than the posted 5.5. And lastly, we recommend taking the over 5.5 in the Kansas City Royals versus Seattle Mariners game. We took the over 7.5 in the posted line. So obviously, if you take a lower number in the 5.5, that's better for your parlay. Also, I like the over 5.5 because, hey, they're going to have to score some runs, So 5.5 is obviously lower than 7.5, and 5.5 will be better for your parlay. And just remember, with our alternate line suggestions for today, a better number equals more cushion. For example, in the Philadelphia Flyers versus Carolina Hurricanes game, the under 6.5 goals is better than the under 5.5 goals. And with that better number equals less odds. For example, the under 5.5 goals in that same game with the Flyers versus Carolina, the under 5.5 goals is plus 100, while the under 6.5 goals, which is the better bet, is minus 170. Thank you again for watching the video and rocking with us all the way to the end. Good luck, everybody. Remember, winners never quit. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and one good parlay can make your day. All right, and we'll be back tomorrow with another video and another parlay of the day.